Greetings, my friends. I'm Andrea, astrologer, and welcome to this new monthly update, which is about March 2025. What a month ahead us with a lot of astrological events. We have Venus and Mercury turning retrograde, and they will really run near each other on the zodiac signs of Pisces and Aries in tropical, and in sidereal more in Pisces. And we do have eclipses, a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse will be the one which will start the series of eclipses this year, and it will be in the mid of March on the 14th. And we have also the solar eclipse on the 29th. And finally, we end the month in a very powerful way with Neptune transitioning on the 30th of March into Aries in the tropical zodiac. And this is a very seldom and important event due to the fact that Neptune has a 165-year cycle to cross the whole zodiac, so it's beyond a human life. So this means that every time when we have such a move, important changes are ahead, and it's basically the dawn of a new era. So I would like to start with all these. I will need this time more videos to cover all the topics. So we will have a general one, which is this one, and then I will have ones that are dedicated to eclipses and to Venus and Mercury retrograde in a separate video. And before I start, I would like to recap some things, so stay with me until the end and also consider the other videos which will follow soon. Thank you. Let us start with the recap and a summary of what people are saying, the ones with some experience of previous cycles in crypto. They say that this cycle is different. And yes, it is to be expected, taking into account the ramp-light that Bitcoin has, and then consequently crypto with perspectives, you know, for Ethereum. We have Doge, we have XRP, really in the limelight for the future, Solana as well, ETFs. So it's really a new landscape that we never encountered. But to be honest, I do think the biggest disappointment is for the ones that are interested in altcoins and what happens with the altcoin season. Even in a very exotic country, for example, in Bali, rain has to fall from time to time. And this is really something that we are used to also in previous cycles. Therefore, I would say it's no reason to panic, because corrections of 20 to 30% are usual. And this is said really repeatedly by experts right now, even in a bull market where we are currently. And this is for Bitcoin, and we saw for altcoins as well. So I think this is not something like an emergency and outstanding situation that would cancel really an altcoin season. Would it be really different from what we are used to? Likely yes, as we see. If you recall, this year, 2025, started with a lot of planets retrograde, and with Uranus and Jupiter sometimes you are pretty used, but what was also interesting was this Mars retrograde, and also in the debilitated sign of Cancer for Mars, which is about the fuel, the price action, the power of price to really have a steady direction. And we saw that this didn't really happen, and and this was also caused by Uranus retrograde also going into the sidereal Aries, and this is again a one in a lifetime transit, since it will be the next time in 84 years that this will happen again. So patience is required. I do think there are promising aspects, especially on Ethereum, even in the first part of the year, and it is important that Ethereum moves for the others to move. And otherwise, Solana is there, guys, and Solana did very nice in 2024. So I do not know if we will have the same performance in 2025, but some things are promising, not really outstanding astrologically, but this doesn't mean that if enough money is really pumped into it, we won't have nice results there as well. But I would recommend to be more conservative with the price targets. So that being said, I do think the summer and also the autumn will bring new opportunities. It depends also how long rate cuts and the monetary policy will be still tightened in US, because I think this will be a big unlock moment in the market in general, not only for crypto, but for the stock market as well. And we will see growth because of AI advancements as well, which are due in September. So if you didn't see my videos on the state of AI astrologically, please have a look if you are interested. So now I would say yes, in conclusion, I won't really cancel the altcoin season, at least not astrologically. I think that summer and autumn are quite optimistic. And yes, in March, we talk now about March and eclipses. There is very powerful energy, and I want to really talk about it and share with you what is likely to happen, what we have in the sky, because it's really special. So let's go into it. I want to share here all the events because there are many dates, so please be prepared for an ocean of information here. And this is what Patreon members get as part of the subscription in all tiers 1 month before. These are downloadable as PDF files, and you have them, of course, and can check them at any time. This is really one of the most eventful months of the year from an astrological standpoint, due to the fact that we do have eclipses and important transits, as mentioned in the beginning of the video. So it's also big transition in the tropical zodiac, not in the sidereal one. And in the sidereal one, we have only Uranus that goes now for the last time in our lives from Aries to Taurus, and we have the others big planets, I mean the outer planets, Neptune, Pluto, really staying where they are. So it's in a way simpler to predict with the sidereal zodiac these times. So I would like to talk about what happens. So first of all, I would like to go globally with the financial astrology. These are really aspects that influence markets regardless of their type, be it commodities, be it stock market or forex or crypto. It applies to all of them. So if you are interested also in stocks, this would be valid for them as well. We do have the two eclipses, one lunar eclipse which takes place on March 14th in the mid of the month, and the lunar eclipse is with the full moon. Always it's a completion, it's a maximum point that is reached in terms of growth, and it is also the time of delivering results. So also in your personal life, if you have a project, it is possible that now you get the outcome of it, or you build a product and now you get the rewards out of it. Now on the 29th of March, at the end of the month, we do have the solar eclipse, which is really letting go of the previous themes and going into the next ones, which is also interesting. And if we have the eclipse with the nodes that are really in the sidereal Pisces Virgo. Basically, this is still now, but it's at the end of the cycle. This will give us a flavor of the next year and a half, also from a tropical perspective, because now in tropical it will go into the Pisces Virgo axis, and 2 months the tropical and the sidereal zodiac would coincide. So I would say that it's quite powerful, the energy of these axis, Virgo and Pisces. These are marked here in a special notation with bigger font, so it's the maximum font on this calendar, and it's really font size 30 and with black, just to really remember these are eclipse days and they are quite powerful. Otherwise, all the notation is the same. Then I would like to go into the events. So this is really a high level video, and then for eclipses and for Venus retrograde I will have specific videos, so stay tuned for that. On March 2nd, Venus, which is important for cryptocurrency and currency, it's associated with it, and it turns retrograde in the sidereal sign of Pisces, which is a max position. It's the exalted position for Venus, because we do have this unboundedness that is about devotion. In classical astrology, this is how we really define it, and it's about giving, it's about generosity, it's about charity and so on. So this is all about Pisces in general, and Venus will really go backward on March 2nd, and it will really continue its journey, and then it will go back again, on the normal trajectory. And the retrograde period will be between March 2nd and April 13th. We have already on the same day very important, powerful beginnings, which are marked with conjunctions in astrology. It is the highest potency aspect in many regards, and we do have Mercury and Rahu conjunct, and Mercury and Neptune conjunct, and this can lead in the beginning of March to overblown optimism, unrealistic expectations, and yes, bombastic evaluations. So take care here also in the stock market with startups, with companies. Maybe not the best time to buy for investors, and it is really a point in time where in general growth is announced, but it could be a bit of exaggeration to it, because both Neptune and Rahu exaggerate, while Mercury is linked to really to news and to trading, to markets, and so on. So it is expansion, but we can have also a lot of rumors, because Neptune can really clutter the analytic mind of Mercury and some confusion. So in general, the advice would be, don't jump on the first news you see, on the first source of news, but check it from other sources as well in order to act on it. And we do have also innovation, because Rahu is about innovation. It's about exploring the unknown, about tapping into some area that we don't have experience in before. So this would be really related to scientific innovation, which is also symbolized by Mercury. And not only in crypto, I think it will happen also in general in markets. AI could really take here also interesting roles as agents and so on, I would say, also in the markets in the future. Then in the mid of the month, it's very important, because this Mercury is energized and highlighted as a new beginning. There would be some period of stabilizing whatever was really new and infused in the markets regarding crypto trading and markets in general. And this is the retrograde period, and Mercury will be retrograde from March 15th. All days are UTC UTC time zone. I really want to remind you this. And we will have this retrograde period until April 7th. And this is really a time when these things will be revised. So whatever is brand new and appeared will be more inspected, solidified, in order to have a foundation that we can rely on in the future. So it's revising. Maybe some things will not turn so fast as we want, and it will be also a lot of let's say stop and suspend. This is how we will feel also in personal lives, because we have now Mercury retrograde on the 15th, and it's also with Mars retrograde, and we have also Venus retrograde until April 13th. So it's quite a party there, and Mars is still out of bounds. So it is a frustration here. Mars is not retrograde anymore, but it doesn't have the normal speed. So again, it will be more waiting, blockages, and so on, and we will really be a bit we will feel the tension. It's enough tension already, so I don't want to really think how it will be afterwards, but it will be some kind of tension in the markets, regardless how promising the aspects are. It will be a sense of frustration that is maybe not exposed as it used to be in the first part of the year, since Mars turned really out of bounds and on top of it retrograde. We do have an important turning point for BTC, because Mercury is strongly activated. So 15th of March and the 7th of April, when Mars will go to normal trajectory, and this will be a relief, I would say. It will be also direct. This is also good. We can really feel the speed in April. And of course, the eclipses will have infused their energy as well. So I would really advise to put a reminder on your phone, and really be notified about the mid of March, because it's a lot happening, and markets will shift for sure. I don't think we will have a break on it. Then we do have also volatile energy that I would like to really mention here, because I know I mentioned since a while volatility in the markets, and this is what happened as well also in the stock market. And we will have really positive influences from this volatility, and we might have peaks. And it is really something that can persist in time due to the fact that we have the lunar eclipse mid-month. And around this time, we do have these powerful conjunctions in astrology, in the global astrology, so for all markets. And this is really important to have a look at these dates. I will share more details in the weekly updates that will follow. For March, it is March 17th, 19th, 23rd, and 24th. Again, this is UTC time zone. The location on Earth is London, UK, England. And it is really a positive energy that can lead to local peaks, and this is also infused on the background of the eclipse energy. So we can get new at the highs, especially if the horoscope of the altcoin is triggered, because I know a lot of people are interested in altcoins, as we are aware. Then also we have the second eclipse, which is the solar one on the 29th, and we have strong energy on the 27th and 30th. There are many conjunctions in March, which are peak points, but some of them are negative, and they are bottom points. With conjunctions in astrology is the trickiest to really evaluate the direction, I think, but they are the most powerful, and this is what takes us by surprise, with out of bounds, with planets turning and so on. But until now, I think the trajectory of the price, especially for crypto, is pretty as expected. I mean, I know it's not so fast and so high like people hope, but it's still on track in terms of astrological influences. And I would like to say that we have really powerful energy here. Again, a new at the highest can be expected. And this Venus exalted in the sign of Pisces, which is good for currency, cryptocurrency, whatever happens. So some ease in monetary policy is not excluded. Also, I think summer would be envisaged, rather the beginning of summer, so around June. There is also a chance to have something here, or at least a promise from March the 2nd to April 13th. And also this will affect somehow crypto in a positive way. It could be that it's more about stable coins at first, we will see. But it's really regarding the influence on the BTC ascendant. Of course, ascendant, it's a big story. How do you approximate an ascendant in the cloud, but we found it quite synchronized with the price development, and it is a powerful, and it's a good energy for Bitcoin as a life path, so to speak. So it's a good influence. Venus will stay also retrograde. This means in Pisces for a longer time than usual. So a few months it will benefit BTC and other cryptocurrencies as well if their horoscope is really positively triggered in this time frame. Also, Venus has this Rahu-Venus conjunction, which happened also with Neptune in very tight conjunction in the sidereal zodiac, all of them in Pisces, which is the sign of liberation also. If you think about financial freedom and about the dream of really accomplishing it, then these three planets would really give this, so to speak. And it is really a long-term influence. It happened at around the fourth degree of Pisces in the sidereal zodiac, and 4 is also a financial vibration. This number is one of the financial numbers of 4, also providing to others multi-generational wealth and so on. So it has this energy. So interesting to see if you have your horoscope triggered at that, at that degree for this nice conjunction that actually is still operational. Then we do have also important transits that I want to mention for the tropical zodiac. It's not sidereal, like I said, this year is less action in sidereal, but much more stable, I would say. But in any case, these are energies that are in their inception, and they would really mature. This is from my experience when the zodiacs coincide. Lilith enters Scorpio. And why is this important? Because Lilith is about risk-taking, risk appetite, about the spirit of adventure in general. And Scorpio is a sign of money, of big money, banks, institutions, and so on. So we might see here a change in the way crypto is traded with more professional traders. I think this will come anyway, but this will be really a carefully prepared strategy and also a risky one, so like really a powerful one. So it is very useful to have previous experience, in forex markets, that you can really see the dumps beforehand with technical analysis on very small time frames, so very quickly, like 1 minute, 5 minute charts, I don't know. But this carefully crafted strategy with Scorpio will pay off in this time. And it's the end of March coming. And with the eclipses, I think we can have powerful moves. And we do have March 30th, Neptune entering the tropical sign of Aries. Neptune is about our hopes and dreams, our expectations, but also confusion and capacity to be delusioned. And this is something that we might have experienced in various areas of our life in the last, I think it's around 20 years or something that it stayed in Pisces, so it's a long time in any case, and we have this 165-year cycle for the whole zodiac. But Pisces is also the last sign in the zodiac, which means that it is the end of a cycle, whatever it was, and now we start with Aries, which is the first sign in the zodiac, and it is really a new cycle of growth that will take approximately 165 years. So beyond the human life, if we think about this generation, the next generation and generations, I could say it will have this fresh new energy that is started now in the beginning of April 2025. Now, why is this important? Neptune will be much weaker in Aries by sign, and this is a big transition because we will have in Aries, so this is an average, that you really divide the whole cycle to the number of years that you would say, okay, in 1 year it would stay X years, but it depends on the retrogrades and the speed of the planet actually, and we have really a important area of transition, in my opinion, because in the next 10 years we have already this transition now in 2025 in Pisces, but in the sidereal Aries it will happen in 2035. So again, the tropical Aries is triggered now, so the Pisces in the tropical is really finished, but Pisces will be finished in 2035 in the sidereal zodiac. So then we can say that we will have clean Aries energy. So as you see, it's a long-term transit, so 10 years of transition somehow. Now Aries and Neptune energies really clash because Neptune is about this, even dreams, artistic ability, it's about imagination, creativity, it's about empathy, it's about the unboundedness, so no borders, the willingness to connect with everybody, everywhere, to share things. It's also a sign that is linked to generosity, to charity, and so on. But yes, you can be scammed as well with this. So this is the manifestation of Neptune that is not so positive. But what we have is that we go now into Aries. Aries is very bound to Earth. Aries would not really count so much on imagination. It's the sign of courage, entrepreneurship, and this Neptune is like, no, I will not really take into account any illusions and so on. I will see the naked truth as it is. So somehow this transit will bring clarity, will bring really a focus on oneself, because Aries is clearly more selfish than Pisces. So this is at global consciousness level. Also in terms of markets, I would say that these hopes and expectations, which would be Neptune, because Neptune is not a rational planet, it's more about focus and the goals that you have, but in a dream-like state. So basically it's the precursor state to having a plan and really taking action. But with Aries, I think the action will be taken towards dreams and goals in a much organized manner, and it will happen faster. So it will not really be the energy that would really be complacent and dreamy and really with no plan to go into that. So it will be more bound to Earth, and this is an important point to take into account for the month of March. So What can I say? In the end, it is a very interesting energy. It is the pinnacle of a change. We go into another era in terms of Neptune, expectations, imagination, dreams. It will be, let's say, very different. And we will feel still a sort of drag and maybe some nostalgia for the good old times in the next 10 years while we have this Pisces underlying energy in this transit of Neptune for the sidereal zodiac, but afterwards it will be really a new world that is formed in this regard. And I would like to thank you, like always, for your attention, for your support, for liking and subscribing. It helps the channel. And until next time, be joyful. See you.